Good evening and welcome to the campus of Western Kentucky University in Bowling Green, where tonight the Hilltoppers of WKU welcome Bethel University, the Wildcats out of McKenzie, Tennessee for just the second time all time. And what a fitting venue for these two teams to face off. Greg Davis here with Tyler Eaton as we're inside the arena named after one Ed Diddle, who was in his first season at WKU back in 1923, the last time we saw these teams compete.
Hey, you got to remember, though, back then they were playing at the Red Barn up on the hill, so things are a little bit different. A few more fans in here tonight. It's
going to be a big environment, huge game tonight for Bethel. These are the ones that you have circled on your schedule, and they're going to need a big performance from one Braden Nunnally, the sophomore who has really filled a much bigger role this season, double digits in 4 straight games. He's second in points, rebounding, and efficiency for them from the floor. Greg, they're going to need a lot from that front court because the back court for WKU is going to put pressure all over them, and it starts with freshman sensation and reigning conference freshman of the week, Armello Boone.
Armello Boone, what a talent. Set a record at the beginning of the season for most steals in his debut ever in WKU history. Just a tremendous talent, offensively and defensively. I think the fans are going to enjoy watching him tonight.
Bethel coming from the NAIA level, when you look across that entire field, they're near the bottom in turnovers, and we'll talk as we go on about how good they are defensively, but WKU hardly turns the ball over at all, Greg, and if Bethel is going to want to have a chance to pull off a big upset here tonight, they're going to have to make the Hilltoppers turn it over.
I totally agree, Tyler. One thing you want to remember, look at history. Number 1 Virginia got beat by an NAIA team, Chaminade, and when they had Ralph Sampson, so keep that in mind tonight.
Head coach Jeff Britt, he's had these teams playing good teams close constantly. They're going to look to break through as we get this one underway. WKU seeking their best start since the 2019-20 season. That's the last time they started 4-0, already off to a better start than they got off in first year under head coach Hank Plona in his second season at WKU. 20-15 overall since that 225-35 campaign at Indian Hills after facing off against longtime veteran of the game, Jeff Britt, on the opposing side of the sideline in his 26th year at Bethel as the Hilltoppers win the tip, and we get this one underway. It's Terrian Murdix running the point for WKU, averaging 10 points and leading the Hilltoppers with 4 assists per game to start the season. Tegan Moore holds it up top, drives around the elbow, tries to get one to go from up short, can't get it to go. First try, second try, no good either. And here comes Bethel the other way. At least they were for a moment until there's a collision over on the sideline. Coach Plona catching Chauncey Hughes III. And it's turnover back to WKU.
A nice move by Moore, though, to get open immediately. He likes attacking the basket off the dribble.
He scored at least 20 in back-to-back games, including a career-high 22 on the road against Eastern Kentucky before putting up 20 last time out on Sunday against Tennessee State here at home. Driving layup missed by L.J. Hackman and rebounded down low by Ethan Turner. He's their best rebounder, averaging around 5.5 per game for a team, Greg, that averages nearly 50 per game as a team. They're third in NAIA in total rebounding.
And they can hit the three-pointer. They've hit 35% on the season so far.
Ball goes down low to Turner. He's up against the 6'11 frame of Blaze Cada. Left side three-pointer on the way. No good. Off the glass for Darden. And here comes WKU the other way with Murdix. Collides near the top of the key with Hughes. Now holds on to it. Steps through, tries the runner, left it short. Got it back on the tip. They're going to wave off the basket. And I think get the original foul on the first shot that took place. And it'll be 2 free throws for Murdix.
Tell you, in the early going, Hilltoppers are able to get it to the basket very easily. Bethel's going to have to tighten up the defense.
Murdix missed the last 2 seasons after being injured 3 minutes into the Southland Conference Tournament Championship game when he was at Texas A&M Corpus Christi with now Oklahoma State former WKU head coach Steve Lutz. And has been integral to WKU early on this season. Splits the free throws. Hilltoppers with a rare offensive rebound, and they'll get a chance for some more points at the line, this time in the form of Grant Newell.
Great offensive rebound by Newell. That's something that Bethel's going to have to do a good job on tonight and keep them off the offensive board.
And that's going to be the natural spot where WKU has an advantage. Turner, the tallest player on the Bethel roster at 6'8", Greg. they're going to have to box out. They're going to have to execute, do all the X's and O's because WKU has the edge on paper in that department.
Yep. You're going to see, turnovers are going to be a key in this matchup tonight.
Newell makes both. He's averaging 14 per game, second on WKU behind Moore, and it's 3-0 Hilltoppers. Turner on the block against Cada, fades, fires, rattles off, no, and it's rebounded by the guard, Hackman. Left side, Newell, aggressive drive all the way to the rack. Can't finish with the left hand, but 2 free throws on the way.
Great job by Newell going in strong. Very physical player. He's able to get to the rim very easily.
Coach Plone has been pretty clear about the fact that he wants Newell to be aggressive offensively, and he's kind of ticked up as he's gone. As the season has progressed, scored 12 last time out against Tennessee State, had a season-high 7 rebounds in that ball game. And this, too, is where WKU has thrived, getting to the free throw line, dominating in the paint as a team, shooting 73% at the free throw line. But the real story, Greg, is just how often they're getting there. They're making 23 free throws per game, and that's first in Conference USA right now.
Tremendous job at getting to the rim by the Hilltoppers so far this season.
Runner no good for Jackson Hayes, the Paris, Tennessee native. As Hackman brings it up on the right side, a legal screen is going to be called against Cada. Hard contact absorbed by Hughes. He's still down. And he'll bounce back up. One of just 2 seniors on this Bethel roster, transferred in from JUCO. Leading scorer on the season at 12.6 points per game. One of their 2 leading returning scorers from last year alongside David Starr, who you'll see come off the bench in this one for Bethel.
This is where Bethel needs to be patient, pass the ball around, and get a better shot.
They want to run it through Turner, as you've been able to see early and often. He's got on the elbow, leaves it off for Hayes. Drives in, stuck. Now sends it back out to Hughes. Guarded by Hackman, 10 on the shot clock. Denies the screen, gets inside, fades from 8, missed it long. Punched up into the air, and it's pulled down by Isaiah Darden. Here comes Nunnally inside. Double team comes his way. He fades from the free throw line and swishes it home.
Great fade away there by Nunnally.
Was a 3A State Finals MVP for Manila High School in Arkansas back in 2023. Left for Cada, down low, blocked from behind, but a foul called. We'll see if it's on the help coming in from Darden, or the first man there, Turner. And it is on Ethan Turner. That's already his second foul. And Greg, I mentioned he's the tallest player on the roster at 6'8". It's going to be tough to navigate around all the fouls that WKU create with this offense that just time after time attacks you inside. WKU 4th in the country in terms of the percent of their points that are coming from 2-pointers at nearly 64%.
And I think Coach Britt's going to probably switch up the defense and show some multiple looks here, because they're going to have to do something. WKU's getting to the rim way too easy so far this game.
Taylor Stovall comes in, Mount Laurel State Community College transfer, originally from Winchester, Tennessee, averaging 4.5 points, 3.5 rebounds per game on the season. Free throw missed. Moore fighting for it still for WKU. Ball still loose, and Hackman comes up with it for the Hilltoppers. Tries to leave it for Moore, and it's knocked out of bounds by Darden. And there the Diddle Arena crowd comes to life for the hustle from the Hilltoppers.
That was like a fumble in football there. Nobody wanted that one.
But that's how this team plays. They will scrap and they will claw, and that is the Hank Plona brand of basketball. Ball goes down low to Moore, deflects it to himself, now kicks it into the corner. Fake by Hackman, inside, beautiful step around, can't get it to go. Fighting for it down low for the second chance is Odiai, and I think they're going to get him over the back.
Yep, Leroy Odiai over the back on that one.
Irishman transferred in from Old Dominion after being with Coach Plona at Indian Hills, averaging 3 points, 1 rebound per game on the season. Had 7 points and a couple of blocks against Tennessee State. And what was a 95-82 win for WKU on Sunday. Stovall up top, sends it over onto the left wing. Darden fires, missed long, and it's rebounded on the far side by Murdoch. Wants to push the tempo all the way inside and scoops it up. Missed it long, but it bounces out of bounds off of Darden.
So far, it's been one shot every time down the court for Bethel.
And WKU, all of their points from the free throw line so far, they are 0 for 6 from the floor, and here they throw it away. Nunnally coming the other way. Newell in pursuit. It's flushed down with the left.
Definitely elevated on that with the left hand and the flush, Tyler.
Welcome to Diddle, Braden Nunnally. We highlighted him as our key player, and he's brought it. It's swatted down low by Darden. Here comes Bethel the other way. Stop and pop. Hughes. Missed long. Rebound batted around. Fought for. And Bethel takes the lead with the putback by Isaiah Darden.
You could tell the momentum has shifted here in Diddle Arena. Bethel's feeling it right now after the turnover and being energized with the dunk.
Left side triple, and there's the answer from Grant Newell. He's been the only offense for WKU so far with 6 of the 7 points.
That's going to be a tough matchup for Bethel. Newell can shoot the 3, and he can drive the lane as well.
And WKU looking for anybody to shoot the 3 right now, shooting a league and nation worth 19% from outside. As we get a foul called, will be free throws for Bethel. When we come back from the timeout, these Wildcats played against Murray State last year. A couple of years ago, they led Tennessee Tech by 8 at halftime. They're up by 1 nearly 5 minutes in here at Diddle Arena against WKU. Leading Bethel 7-6 here inside Diddle Arena early on. WKU came into this game 7th in the country in terms of turnovers, how few times they turn it over per game, 7.7. But Greg, already a couple of turnovers. Both have been cashed in for points by a Bethel team that right now is beating WKU in the paint 6 points to 0 to start this game.
That's surprising, as well as the missed layups on the early going here by WKU. There's been 3 or 4 easy layups that WKU's missed, and that's helped make it a 1-point lead right now.
Hilltoppers are just 1 for 7 from the field. They were second to last in field goal percentage in Conference USA last year at 42%, up to 47% early in this season. As the first free throw misses short for Chauncey Hughes, was 17 for 20 at the line on the season coming in to this game. Senior averaging 12.6 per game, a season high 27 points in an overtime loss, their lone loss of the season against Tennessee Wesleyan, which was really the only crack in the armor that the Bethel defense has shown this season. Outside of that, giving up just 60.5 points per game in their 4 wins, the 95 in that overtime loss.
This low score plays into the hands of Bethel, Tyler. They want to keep it lower.
There's Armello Boone, the freshman in the game for the first time for WKU. Right corner sends it out for a 3. That one off the mark from Ryan Myers. And a foul down low will send it right back to Bethel.
Let's see if Boone can energize the crowd in the WKU team. He's usually a spark plug.
That's what he does, and a lot of it usually starts with those steals, those turnovers, getting out in transition. And that just has not been there so far for WKU. Bethel has done a great job of controlling the basketball, and WKU has had the missed layups, but Bethel has created some good looks as well. Deep left elbow, Stovall hands it off to David Starr, averaging double figures off the bench, misses that one off the mark, batted around, and it's finally fielded down low by Cam Hafner.
Hafner's a tremendous shooter from 3-point range.
Coming off a season-high 14 minutes against TSU and a season-high 10 points, but it's turned over. Another one early on for WKU, and here comes Joe Wimberly. Averaging 7 points per game, runner misses short, and it's rebounded initially by Hafner, but he has it poked away. Wimberly crossover dribble, gets inside, trying to leave it on the elbow, but has his pocket picked. Up ahead, Armello Boone in transition, floats it up, missed it short. Silapange tries to flush it back, but it's knocked away and it's saved on the near side. Starr goes right into the body of Hafner, gets him in the air, fades, fires, missed long, and WKU clears with Unseld.
Both teams playing at a fast pace.
Quick trigger 3 all the way around and out. Silapange offensive board, banging bodies down low and fouled by Taylor Stovall.
Both teams right now, they're not really passing the ball too much. A lot of 1-on-5 going on both ends, unfortunately, right now for both teams.
1 for 10, WKU from the field. And I'm glad that you bring up the ball movement, Greg, because that's something that it's really started to tick up over the last couple of games for WKU after they hardly wanted to pass it at all in that opening game against Tennessee Tech. They've really kicked into gear, going over that magic 14 assist mark that they're 12-0 under Hank Plona with. They've crossed that mark each of the last 2 games, averaging just 9 per game under Plona in their losses. Left side, three-pointer fired up. Nunnally can't keep the hot start going for now, and WKU has it back with the 1-point lead. 5 for 10 as a team at the free throw line. Shooting 73% on the season. Boone to Silabonge, steps through and scores.
That's a great pick and roll play there. Nice dish.
Montreal native transferred in from McNeese State. Silabonge averaging 10.7 points, 6.3 rebounds per game on the season as Boone gets aggressive and collides with Nunnally to pick up the foul.
We know he's great at stealing the basketball. He almost got one there, got a little bit too physical with Bethel.
2.7 steals per game. Tied for second right now in Conference USA. You mentioned it in the open, had the most for a Hilltopper in their debut. This one knocked away and picked up by Hafner, and he'll bring it the other way for WKU. Unseld thought about the 3. Now goes to Silabonge up top. Tallest player on the court right now. Goes right into the paint, spins around, flips it up with the right on the left side and missed it. Starr, the other senior on this roster, brings it across, fakes at the free throw line, needs an option. Nunnally, no hesitation, that one off the mark, and pulled down by Silabonge.
WKU's really controlled the board so far tonight.
Silabonge keeps it himself, has it knocked away off the leg and out of bounds. Another Hilltopper turnover.
I think Hank Plone has seen about enough of this so far. He is going with random. As you can see, Silabonge going to the rack, off his leg. Wholesale substitutions for the Hilltoppers right now coming in.
And Coach Plona, obviously with his time at Indian Hills, knows how dangerous these teams at lower levels can be. That one saved from going into the backcourt by Wimberly. Gets a screen up top by Turner. He's back in there with 2 fouls. 8 on the shot clock. Double team comes and it's thrown away. As
good defense by the Hilltoppers there.
That one won't go down as a steal, but it's created by the defense.
A lot of pressure on defense there.
Trying to drop it off to Turner, and he can extend his range out there to the mid-range, and sometimes he'll drift out for 3, a 2 for 7 three-point shooter from outside, averaging 10.5 points, 5.5 rebounds per game.
Coach Plona yelling, trying to get some motion in this offense.
Boone guarded by Alonzo Rhodes Jr., the Nashville native. One of a collective of freshmen on this team, dropped off for Keita. He can't control it, and WKU gives it right back to Bethel with an unforced mistake. That's turnover number 6 for a team, Craig, on the season, averaging 7.7.
Unbelievable. The bounce pass was very tough to hold on to, though, in traffic. Very tough being double teamed to hold on to that.
Left side, Russell Williams, the freshman from here in Kentucky at Caverna High School, has it knocked away by Tegan Moore. Bumped in traffic, takes the foul, count it, and 1. That is Tegan Moore basketball.
Great job by Tegan, just came off the bench. As you see, picks him clean, the contact and the finish. He's going to go to the line for 1.
Little dry ridge rim run for the Kentucky native. Moore missed last season with a hip injury after averaging 6 points per game as a freshman for WKU. One of 2 players going back to that NCAA tournament game against Marquette alongside Jack Edelin. Those 2 combining for 6 in that game. I'm sure Jack would be sure to let you know he scored more than Tegan.
There you go.
In that NCAA tournament game. But the and one makes it 13-7. WKU Hilltoppers now on a quick run to take control of this game again. Turner, he's going to fire from 3. Off the mark, and it's collected down low by Hackman. WKU wants to run in transition. Hesitation dribble all the way to the rack, fouled from behind, and if that's on Turner, that's his 3rd. It is. WKU has taken back control of this game, getting it to the tempo that they want to play at. They play at a top 50 pace in the entire country. As it's broken loose, so have the Hilltoppers, leading at 13-7. 13-7, WKU leading Bethel. 4-1 out of the NAIA under 26th year head coach Jeff Britt. For his career, top 10 among active coaches at the NAIA level with 541 wins. He played and started coaching at Brescia. I talked to him yesterday and said I wouldn't brag too much on his playing career, but he still stands as a top 5 all-time leading scorer over at Brescia, and actually got his master's here at WKU. Said he was very excited for the opportunity to get to play inside Diddle Arena against the Hilltoppers. And Greg, what a job Hank Plona is doing in his second season with the Hilltoppers.
Tremendous job by Hank Plona so far, coming in, being the Hilltoppers head coach. 20-15 coming into this game as our head coach here at WKU. And he's really got him playing at a high level this season. This is a very deep roster for WKU.
Won nearly 90% of his games at Indian Hills Community College to get this, what was originally an assistant coaching job under then head coach Steve Lutz, but that only lasted for a year as he led the Hilltoppers to a Conference USA Tournament championship, and Plona takes the reins as LJ Hackman splits the free throws. WKU already in the bonus for the remainder of this first half and leading at 14-7 with 7 of those 14 coming from the free throw line. Steal, it's knocked away. Here comes Hackman in transition all the way to the rack, scoops it in with the right hand. 3 straight for LJ Hackman.
And Coach Plona has turned up the defensive heat on
Hackman,
Bethel.
One of 3 Hilltoppers averaging multiple steals per game this season. Had 3 in the win against Tennessee State. Wimberly up top being harassed by the big Blaze Cato. Looks like he wants to join that 2-steal club. Nice step back on the wing. Jumper switch through. What a move, what a finish from Joe Wimberly.
What a step back by Wimberly on that.
Scored at least 9 in their first 3 games. Only 5 over the last 2 as another Hilltopper turnover gives it back to the Wildcats. Right side, smooth finger roll finish from David Starr.
And they've cut it to 5 very fast, Tyler.
Quick 4-0 run for Bethel as they have, outside of the free throws, out WKU in this game. Unseld, quick trigger 3 from the left wing, bang!
Great shot. And he was set. He didn't rush it. He let the offense come to him.
First bucket for Unseld here in his redshirt freshman year, and missed a couple of 3-pointers early this season. 2023 state champ locally here at Warren Central. That one off the hand of Stovall and picked off by Cada. There he gets his steal, I guess. Gets it back at the top of the key. Fakes to Hackman, goes back to Unseld. Steps behind the screen, heat check, bang it home!
He's feeling it, Tyler.
He's made a shot or 2 on this floor where the region tournament is held. Had some dramatic comebacks with the Dragons. Right side floater, that one misses long. Cada gets the board, foul called away from it as it was the point guard Murdix who went to the floor for WKU. But they're going to get Tegan Moore for the foul of the Hilltoppers. So LeBonge will check in, so will Ryan Myers. And amongst a new crew for Bethel, Jackson Hayes and Braden Nunnally back in.
Very difficult right now on Bethel because WKU's controlling the boards on both ends.
They go to Rhodes off the inbounds, and he's fouled down low by Myers. An aggressive back and forth between those two. As the Nashville native will go to the line for 2, averaging 2.4 points, 3 rebounds per game. Scored a career-high 5 a couple times. The first free throw is good. 22-12, WKU leading over a Bethel team averaging just over 80 points per game on the season. WKU averaging 88 on the year. As both free throws go. Hilltoppers looking to score at least 80 in 4 straight games to start a season for the first time since the 93-94 year. Last time they even did it in 3 straight games was the 2017-2018 NIT semifinalist team. Unseld, another one. Give it to him.
Unseld's on fire right
Give him
now.
whatever he
3 in
wants.
a row.
25-13 WKU. How about Kate Unseld now with 9 points? Left corner 3 to answer. Off the front of the rim, no. Unseld had the rebound. He was ready to take it down and try another one. But instead a foul is called. And
you think Kate Unseld's trying to get a little more playing time?
he knows this court just about better than anybody.
He is on fire right now. 3 for 3 from the three-point range.
A 1-and-1 opportunity now as Bethel in the bonus as well. Rhodes steps back to the line, makes the first. And a WKU team that came in dead last in the country in three-point percentage and three-pointers made per game, just averaging 3 makes, is already 4 for 6. Second free throw misses, but nobody goes after
I thought
originally
there was
for
an
WKU.
offensive foul there.
Murdix comes to take it away, and he'll bring it across. Drives inside, flips it up with the right. Contact, no call, given the basket. You mentioned it looked like a football scrap earlier. That looked like a little bit of a Derrick Henry run there as he made his way to the lane.
Either end, if you go to the basket, you're going to get put on the floor. There's going to be contact. Very physical game tonight.
Up top, free throw line, Jay, pure off the hand of Jackson Hayes. 6'3" guard actually leads this team with 5 blocks. Has had at least 1 in 4 of their 5 games. Gets a quick deuce there to cut it back to 11. Right side, Myers all the way to the rim, lost his footing. They'll say he was tripped up. And he'll go to the line. We'll see if they get it in the act of shooting. Looks like they will, and it'll be 2 free throws for Ryan Myers. Averaged 13 points per game last year at Western Illinois. Was with Hank Plona at Indian Hills before his 2 years at Western Illinois. Averaging 5.5 points per game this season. And he rattles off the first free throw.
Ryan's a very good defensive player, high energy. He's a favorite of Hank Plone, as you can tell. Hank really has a lot of confidence in him.
Plona has filled this backcourt with aggressive defensive-minded players that can also happen to score the basketball. Free throw good at 28-16. Boone back in for WKU. As is the big man Odiai. Up top. Okereke has it. Now sends it into the left corner to Garrett Hayden, junior from Arlington, Kentucky. Okereke has it knocked away. Here comes Armello Boone the other way, all the way to the rack, blocked from behind. What a recovery from Okereke. It goes out of bounds to stay with WKU. How about that from the junior from California?
It's called payback.
Chamiga Okereke, 6'7" junior, averaging 2 points per game. Left corner three.
Are you kidding me? 4 for 4, Tyler. Cade Unseld on fire.
Left elbow, Jay off the mark, being fought for down low. What a putback from the 6'5" guard, Alonzo Rhodes, and it's now 31-18 the story. Cade Unseld with 12 points. He shot 4 threes and made 4 threes. They're trying to free him up again. Instead, Myers going to keep it himself. Wraps it all the way inside. Missed it.
Oh, and the dunk.
Back home, Armello. Boom.
Up and away by Boone.
Da-na-na, da-na-na.
Hey, he was above the square on that one.
I don't know how he hasn't been on SportsCenter already this season. I mean, we're going to have to make a deal with SVP to make that happen. Ball on the left elbow now. And it's knocked away. Here comes Boone again. Hop steps through, finger roll for safety. And WKU is starting to do what WKU does. Other end, swatted out of bounds by Odiai. For the first 10 minutes of this game, WKU was playing like a team that was ready for 8 days of vacation before they head off to their mid-season tournament. They have woken up over the last 3 minutes, and so is the crowd inside Diddle Arena as it's 35-18. KU started this game 2 for 10 from the field. They've made 9 of their last 11 shots, and 4 of them have come off the hot hand of redshirt freshman Cade Unseld.
I mean, he's been on fire. 4 for 4 from 3 so far. And he's been wide open.
I think regardless of where the defender is at this point, Greg, I think he considers himself wide open.
And I think you'll see Bethel try to tighten it up a little bit on him.
He'll get a breather, maybe to dump some water on his right hand. As we get back underway, 35-18, WKU leads Bethel University out of McKenzie, Tennessee, NAIA school. This game won't count to their record, will count for WKU. Tyler Eaton and Greg Davis with you courtside inside historic EA Diddle Arena. Three-pointer faked by Braden Nunnally. Stuck down low, goes up between two defenders, pushed it long. Silabonge fighting for the rebound. Had it knocked away from behind by Okereke, and it'll go to WKU.
I think this is a time right here, this next 6 minutes, Tyler, that WKU possibly could break this wide open. Let's see if that's going to happen.
Boone gets the screen. Up top, Moore quickly fires it over on the right side to Myers. Back up top. Three-pointer. Can Hafner get in on the front? He can. Cam Hafner gets the friendly roll.
You don't want to leave Hafner wide open. He's going to knock that down every time.
Started to heat up with a season-high 10 last time out against Tennessee State with a couple of threes. Moore with the rejection. Here comes Hafner working quickly. Kicks it out right corner. Another open three. Off the mark. Rebound batted, and it's off the hand. Pulled down by Hafner. Moore wants it outside. He's going to try a triple. Off the mark again, all the way around and out.
Hilltopper is doing a good job of moving the ball and getting some better looks.
Hayes gets the screen, holds it left elbow, steps through, needs an option to go to. Finally fires it up, misses long over Silabonge. Collected down low. Put back no good, but how about Alonzo Rhodes, the freshman guard? He is really hustling out there. He's collected a couple of offensive rebounds, now 3 total, to go along with 5 points, which already ties his career high.
And you can see he's in the land of the Timbers there. He's getting knocked around pretty good.
In a game like this, you need your guards to come in and help rebound with the size disadvantage that you're at. Make it a new career high for Rhodes now with 6 points.
Into the game for the Wildcats, number 13.
Didn't score their last game against West Virginia Tech, only played 3 minutes. I think he's earned himself some more.
Yep.
As this game goes on. Makes both free throws, and we say that, and he checks right out.
I think Coach Britt's going to think about putting him back in the game here too, possibly.
Quick coaching moment as he'll head back to the bench. Boone gets a double screen, knocked away from behind by Wimberly, but gets it back. Here comes Tegan Moore. Quiet night so far. Haven't needed too much from him. As Boone goes all the way to the rim, tries to put a little spin off the glass, no good. Moore can't save it. And here comes Bethel. Wimberly, hesitation, beautiful cross to get inside, can't get it to go. And Tegan Moore is up with the rebound. If nothing else, he might be quiet in terms of the points, but he's been rebounding well. Nice find down low. Drop initially by Silabonge, still fighting for it. Ball still on the floor, then just saves it. And what a play by Myers to keep it in the front court.
Great effort by Myers to knock it back over to Moore.
Moore off the screen, goes inside, can't finish with the left. But 2 free throws on the way for Tegan Moore, averaging just over 8 free throw attempts per game. He's top 35 in the country in that department.
Great drive by Moore. How many layups have the Hilltoppers missed tonight? I mean, they're up 18 right now, but this could be about a 24, 26 point lead.
Scored 62 points in the paint against Tennessee State in that win on Sunday, 95-82, averaging nearly 50 points per game in the paint. And this was the save after the tip by Silabonge. What a play by Myers just to keep that ball in WKU's possession, to have a chance for Moore to do anything with it. That's the free throw, and it's 40-20. As Grant Newell will come in, Moore will check out. Tegan with 5 points, just 1 for 5 from the floor so far, but a couple of assists in this one. Left side, Garrett Hayden has it. Now to Nunnally, back up top. Okereke drives, spins, fires, missed, pulled down by Keita. Into the corner, Hafner. Here comes Hackman on the drive. Back to Hafner. Looks down low. Keita, huge size advantage. They bring the double. Eatland, quick trigger 3. And it goes off the top and out of bounds. First minutes tonight for the Louisville native Jack Eatland, 5'10" junior.
Coach Plona's done a good job using the bench, keeping the players fresh, and playing it at up tempo the whole game. And it's starting to show. Bethel's getting a little bit tired here.
Edlin averaged 3 points per game last year, got a lot of minutes because of all the injuries that WKU dealt with. Basically lost their entire starting lineup as the season went on. Yet to score this season. Going to look to change that here tonight, just as one Cade Unseld has. Beautiful move up top by Wimberly. Now goes down low to Stovall, has it knocked away. Here comes WKU. Hackman has it ripped right back. What a play in transition by Wimberly. Leaves it off and it's flushed home by Isaiah Darden.
Big time flush by Darden.
6'7" sophomore was a developmental call-up. That's something that they've got at the NAIA levels, this developmental team. About 25 guys that you can go to and bring some up to the varsity level. Got a couple on this squad that came from that for Bethel. Left side missed by Hackman, but found on the drive by Garrett Hayden, and 2 free throws on the way for LJ Hackman. Will be free throw attempts number 18 and 19 of the opening half for this WKU squad that thrives on the line. They've done so today, and they've ridden it to a 40-22 edge in our final timeout of the first half. 40 points on the board for WKU with just over 3 minutes left in the opening half, leading Bethel 40-22. Tyler Eaton and Greg Davis with you inside Diddle Arena. Greg, 23 of those 40 points for WKU have come from a bench that has been extremely productive so far this season. We have seen Coach Plona go 14, 15 deep sometimes this year.
He's doing that tonight. What's been surprising so far is that the three-point shooters are waking up for WKU so far. 6 out of 11 from the three-point range.
Again, a team that had only made 9 three-pointers all season long coming into this game. Dead last in the country in makes and percentage, just around 18%. As LJ Hackman misses the first of 2 free throws. Second one goes.
That's been the one missing piece so far this season for WKU. If they start heating up from 3, they're a very dangerous team.
I mean, you're already averaging 88 points per game, and you're the nation's worst three-point shooting team. For a team that traditionally wants to let it fly from 3, was near the top of Conference USA in that department last year. Fadeaway J, no good for Chauncey Hughes. Here come the Hilltoppers. Murdoch fires it out right side, bobbled for a moment by Simona. Gets it back up top. He wants to join the three-point party. Pushed it long, but it's boarded down low by Newell. Back to Simona, now to Murdoch. Down low, Cada had it sealed off, but called for an offensive foul for pushing off against the much smaller Hughes. That was 6 foot against 6'11" there.
You were just talking about depth. Keep in mind, Simona, transfer, D1 transfer, scored over 30 points in a D1 game last year, so he can be a very effective
second team Northeast Conference player. Averaged 13 points per game. Has yet to score this season. We've said that about a couple of guys. Cade Unseld was one of them, and we see how that's turned out. Stovall has it on the left side. Now sends it over on the right wing to Joe Wimberly.
Travel.
And he's called for taking steps. You almost called that before the ref did.
I could tell what was coming on that one. He took about 3 steps. There you go.
I think he knew it too. You could tell he slowed down after making his move. Point guard Murdoch will bring it across. Terrian Murdoch, 3 points, 4 rebounds so far. No assist, averaging over 4 per game. Now gives it up to Newell. Jabs, drives, stops. Back out to Simona. Edelin comes to help on the right wing. 10 on the shot clock.
Good ball movement by WKU.
Simona gets it back. 5 on the shot clock to Newell. Drive, step back, fire. Doesn't get the bounce. Silabonge fighting for the board. It's tipped out by Simona, and Edelin comes up with it. Murdoch back to Edelin. Bangs home the 3. Here's the first triple of the season for Jack Edelin. I think he's happy to see that one go through.
Oh, you know he is.
44-22 WKU. Here comes Nunalina back outside to Joe Wimberly. I'm very impressed with the composure of that 6-foot sophomore guard from Pelham, Alabama. Averaging about 7 points per game. Left side, Darden.
Great
Beautiful
pass.
Slip to Starr. Gets stuck. An extra pass made and then fouled from behind is Stovall. That's one of the better possessions we've seen from Bethel here in the last 8 or 9 minutes.
2 great passes, as you can see. Got him on the arm. He was going up strong for the flush. Like I said earlier, if you try to take it into the rack, you're going to get fouled.
Stovall misses the first free throw. Now 0 for 4 at the stripe this season. Their best player on the offensive board so far this year, averaging a couple offensive rebounds per game. Misses both free throws, but Nunnally gets an offensive rebound. His turnaround jumper switches home. Braden Nunnally now with 6 points. Had 4 early, both within the first couple of minutes of this game, and finally gets another field goal.
Hilltoppers did a good job of shutting him down.
Murdix trips up but gets it back. Now goes to Unseld. Surprised he didn't shoot it from there. Edlin drives to the left hand. Now to Simona. This is a shooting lineup right now for WKU, surrounding Murdix and Silabonge the big. Edlin drives with 6 on the shot clock. He fires from the mid-range, missed long, and it's pulled down by Darden. Quickly the other way. Wimberly has it knocked away, and now whistles blow, and it's going to be a foul against WKU. Crowd doesn't like it. Came in a little behind the play. It felt like that was going to be the call. I think it was just the delay in it that made it questionable. Tough to see from that angle if Murdix caught any of the arm, but they get it on Edlin there, Greg. I'm not too sure about it.
That's questionable.
Free throw swishes home for Wimberly. It's not questionable to Joe Wimberly. I think he'll take the free throws. Depends on who you ask.
Well, one thing for sure, Jack didn't see him coming because he had his back turned to him.
Bethel shooting just 29% from the floor. Now 8 for 12 from the free throw line. WKU up to 41%. It got it nearly up to 50%. They missed their last couple of tries. Just one of their last 8 overall now. As they've got about a 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock as we near the end of the first half. Boone double team to Unseld. Catch, shoot, missed it long and off the top and out. If you look up the term heat check in the basketball dictionary, you'll see a video of that one. And now Bethel can operate with the shot clock off. Starr holds it far side. Picks it up near the red towel logo. Now goes on the left wing to Jason Leak, the freshman from Hopkinsville. Down low, Taylor Stovall back to Leak. Fakes, stuck, 5 seconds on the game clock. Down to 4. Starr gets a screen, runs into traffic. Little shovel pass down low, and time is going to run out. A great defensive stand in the half court for WKU to take a 44-26 lead into halftime over Bethel, thanks to Greg. Still surprising to both of us. If it was last year, it wouldn't shock us in the slightest. But this year, to see 7 for 14 from three-point range for WKU in the opening half just feels unreal.
Pleasant surprise that first half, I'm sure, for Hank Plona going 7 for 14, his team from the three-point range. Did a really good job first half of turning up the defensive pressure as well. And that's why we have our score currently, 44-26.
WKU, 18-point lead for WKU at halftime here inside Diddle Arena. Tyler Eaton joined courtside by Greg Davis as the Hilltoppers get an incredible 26 points off their bench in that opening half, led by the 12 off the hand of Cade Unseld, his first ever points in a WKU uniform. WKU needed somebody to step up and get hot from outside, and tonight it's been Unseld.
Cade's done a tremendous job. He's kind of like Vinnie Johnson from the old Detroit Pistons, the microwave coming off the bench.
And on the other side, Bethel, they've been able to find some offense. Not only there had the big jam early to really swing momentum their way, they've had different players step up in this one. The big one, probably going to be Alonzo Rhodes Jr. with 7 points, a career high. There's a beautiful step back off the hand of Joe Wimberly. They haven't played scared of the stage, Greg. It's just a combination of the turnovers adding up with missed shots, and with the advantage WKU has in terms of size, you're just not able to generate too many second opportunities.
The size has been very difficult for Bethel to deal with. Basically, it's been one shot most of the times down. The first 5 minutes, like I spoke of earlier, it's going to be crucial. It's going to tell us whether it's going to be a complete blowout or Bethel's going to get back in this game.
Bethel will have the first possession under 26th year head coach Jeff Britt. Top 10 amongst active NAIA coaches in total wins. Is down low, a beautiful set drawn up. There you see the nearly 35 years of head coaching experience at the collegiate level paying off as they get the wide open look for Ethan Turner to start the second half.
Nice set play.
And near steal is the voice of the Hilltoppers. Randy Lee got a hand on it to keep it from being further damage to our table over here.
I thought we were going to have to take Randy Lee to the ER, possibly.
Heads up play by another veteran. As Murdix now has it for WKU. Newell up top, swings it into the corner to Ryan Myers. Back to Newell. He was the spark early for WKU. With 7 quick points down low, swings around and scores with the right hand.
Great finish by Newell. Very tough guy for Bethel to deal with when he gets in that close to the bucket.
They go back to the big man Turner. He had to come out with 3 fouls. He's by far their best player down in the post. We mentioned tallest at 6'8". He gets it back up top, a little pick and pop action, fires the 3, missed it long, has a chance to chase down his own rebound, lost it off the chest. Looks like it went off the foot, and it did as Murdix brought pressure from behind. That's one thing Murdix will do. He'll get in there and pursue the rebounds. Does it much better than a 6'1" frame would suggest, as he's already got 4 in this ball game.
Murdix a true point guard. Always thinking pass first, shoot second.
Has a screen from Cada up top, now swings it out to Newell. Into the corner, Moore. Quiet first half for their leading scorer, just 5 points, averaging nearly 20 per game. Newell left side, there's the second city shooter for 3.
If Newell heats up, this game's going to be over very fast.
Chicago native, transferred in from North Texas after a couple of years from Cal. Had a great freshman season down there with the Bears, averaged 8 points per game, a career high, and has really found a home here at WKU. Averaging 14 points per game. Right side layup missed. It's well defended by Cada against the drive from Hughes, knocked out of bounds, but will stay with Bethel. Not only will inbound, finally gets it in, but then throws it away. It's chased down. Good job by Hughes to get that off the pass from Hayes. Steps back, long 3 off the top of the key, off the right side, and Murdix is going to let that one roll out. Moore will inbound as WKU comes the other way up 21. Murdix, Cada, Newell. Hackman and Moore, the starting 5 out there for the Hilltoppers. Here comes Newell all the way to the rack. Contact on the drive. Foul going to be called against Isaiah Darden.
Tyler, Newell basically can get to the rim anytime he wants right now. The height disadvantage, as you see, goes up, gets fouled. And being able to knock down the 3-pointer occasionally, too, makes him very dangerous.
Makes the first free throw. He's now got 12 points in the ball game. He's been in double figures in all 4 now for WKU. Season high of 16 in the opener against Tennessee Tech. Second free throw gets the bounce. And the Hilltoppers now 13 for 21 as a team at the line. Coach Pona probably not happy with the percentage, but got to be thrilled with the attempts. As WKU's really kicked it back to the Rick Stansberry era, where the big stats was wanting to make more free throws than the other team attempts, and WKU has been able to say that so far this season.
Constantly taking the ball to the rim.
Left side nearly lost, good save by Hughes. Now it goes on the right side to Hayes. Top midair, pass deflected, Murdix bats it twice, but Hayes goes into the backcourt to get it. 7 on the shot clock, drives, knocked away. Initially by Myers, but it's saved. Not only is 3 no good, and Murdix with another rebound. Left side, Myers stops, fakes, drives, has it knocked away. Good defense that time by Chauncey Hughes. He'll force the issue, leaves it off left side, and tripped up on the drive is Darden. Darden's played a good game, 4 points, 4 rebounds so far.
Darden was thinking dunk. and WKU is not going to let him put the ball up.
Had one earlier, the athletic 6'7" sophomore wing, in-state player from Tennessee. Whole lot of them at that level that you bring in. As he swishes home the first free throw. Now has 5 points, season high is 8. Bryant Silabonge is going to check in for WKU. Keita comes out. Silabonge has been just such a good spark plug for the Hilltoppers. Can bring him in off the bench, averaging 11 points, 6 rebounds per game, and really only needs around 18, 20 minutes a game to do it.
He can start. You can bring him in off the bench. He can rebound, play good defense.
Erdix gives it over to Moore. They want to get it to Silabonge. Down low, can't do it. Now they reset on the left side. Newell, catch, shoot, make!
He's on fire right now.
WKU pouring it in from outside. 8 for 15 from deep. Make it 9 for 16 with a make from Newell, and he's tied a season high with 16. His career high goes all the way back to his time at Cal when he scored 21 as a freshman. Right side, catch and shoot. The answer comes off the hand of Isaiah Darden.
Darden's played a great game tonight so far.
He said, you mentioned career highs, let me get mine. He's now got 9 points. And it's 54-33. And it's the first triple in this one as well. Took 9 tries to get there for Bethel. Left side, heat check. Newell can't get it to go. And it's pulled down, coming the other way by Hayes. You can tell those are the kind of shots that Coach Pona doesn't hate. We've seen a couple of those heat check tries from different guys as Hayes is fouled on the drive. As we tick just a second under that 16-minute mark, WKU 9 triples as a team. 7 of them have come from Unseld and Newell combined. Those two, 28 of the 54 for WKU as they lead it by 21 early on here in the second half, looking to move to 4-0 and stay unbeaten inside Diddle Arena. 54-33, WKU leads. A little chicken dance action. Good thing we don't have the camera on Greg Davis down here courtside. He's been going for about 30 seconds. He hears that chicken dance song come on and he just can't help himself. And right now, Greg, Grant Newell can't help himself but continuing to find buckets. He's got 16 points. He's already tied his season high here at WKU. 3 triples now for the ball game and 4 for 6 from the floor overall.
Hey, he's done it well on both ends tonight so far. Just a tremendous job. 3 for 4 from the 3-point range between him and Unseld. They've shot tremendous tonight from the 3-point range.
2 free throws for Jackson Hayes at the line as we get back underway. Misses the front end, Henry County High. Graduate from Paris, Tennessee. Averaging 5 points, about 3.5 rebounds per game. Second of these 2 free throws good. He's up to 3 points with a couple of rebounds in this one, and the lead goes down to 20. Freshman phenom Armello Boone back in for WKU. Now it goes on the right side to LJ Hackman. Jones College transfer averaging 9 points per game. Has 4 so far and goes back out to Silabonge. Looks for Boone, can't get it to him. Finally gives it off to Cam Hafner with 5 on the shot clock. Hafner being hounded by Hughes. Crossover dribble, top of the key, gets rid of it. Boone just fires it up and it's waved off. Great defensive possession that time by Bethel.
Really extended the possession that time.
And Coach Pona did not like a single second of those 30 as he brings in an entirely new 5 onto the floor. That's a way to send a message, huh?
Exactly. We haven't seen that too often this season so far out of WKU.
But he just about platoons them. I think back to that Kentucky team that went undefeated through the regular season and then lost in the Final Four. It was a platoon system under Coach Calipari, yep. 5 on, 5 off pretty much. 3-pointer right side off the front of the rim for Turner, but an offensive rebound keeps it alive for Bethel. Floater missed long, and it's cleared by ODI for WKU, fouled from behind by an over-aggressive Hayes.
With 15 minutes left, it's going to be interesting to see what type of game we get here all the way out. If WKU is going to be patient, still keep passing the ball, moving, or if we're going to see a lot of one-on-one play from both teams.
Tegan Moore operating Right now with Edlin at the point, left side. Unseld fakes the three. That time they come to close out. Back out to Edlin. Unseld looking for his 5th of the night. No good, and it's cleared down low. And here comes Bethel the other way, quickly operating all the way to the rack. Beautiful reverse that hangs up on the rim and misses for Chauncey Hughes. How about that burst into the front court?
There you go, great move. Splits the defenders, just couldn't get it to drop.
Hughes just a point so far, 0 for 5 from the floor, averaging nearly 13 per game on the season, makes the first of these 2 free throws. Murdix comes back in. Edlin out for WKU. Murdix, one of those that you can look at the base numbers, but once you look at the advanced numbers, you really get a look at the story. He's a plus 12 when he's been out there for WKU in this ball game. Unseld gets stuck to Murdix, fakes a pass, looks both ways. Beautiful bounce pass down low to a cutting Moore for 2.
In between 2 defenders.
Can you give an assist and a half to Murdix for that one? 3 points, 3 assists, and a team-leading 5 rebounds. 56-36. Another good drive, this time throwing it away, though, is Hughes. Here comes WKU the other way. Murdix surveying. Unseld was open in the corner, but a leaping interception by Hayes. Up ahead. Leaves it off to the big man. Turner can't control it. Now kicks it out. Right side 3 on the way. All the way around and out off the hand of Nunnally, and here comes WKU. Murdix spins at the elbow. Now pulls it back out to the wing. Down low Moore. Triple team. Muscles through. Fires it up through the contact and fouled as he got wrapped up with Darden.
Good job of Moore to keep his composure. He was triple teamed when he first got the ball, as you're seeing. Then he shook the defender off, got fouled, and he's going to the line.
Very much a throwback guard in the way that he likes to operate down around the post. Switches home the first free throw. That free throw line may be where he's most comfortable on the entire floor. He's 4 for 4 there today. 76% free throw shooter. 35th in the country in makes and attempts per game at the free throw line. For a WKU team that's 24th in the country in terms of how many they make per game nationally.
Let's keep an eye on Armello Boone. He's come in for the Hilltoppers. Usually he's a spark plug.
Nearly has a steal on the far side. They will give him the steal. They're going to get the foul. Or will they get Boone? We'll see. No, the call is going to come in. It's against Starr, so they give the steal to Boone. He was ready to take off and then ran into the body of Starr.
Starr still moving when he got the ball.
Boone just 4 points, but had the big putback slam earlier. Free throw line, Moore, kick out. Boone, drive, wraps around and gets it to go off the glass.
What a move by Armello Boone. That quickly, a steal and a bucket. He really makes things happen.
He's a spark plug in every sense of it. Not only far side, up top, catch and shoot 3 for Russell Williams. That one missed long, and Murdix gets another rebound. Full head of steam, Moore left side, kick out. Faked by Simona, back to Moore, left open initially, fakes, and fouled down low by a leaping Starr. 5'10" senior went up to contest that one. And again, another late whistle that made you think they might keep it clean, but they get the foul against Starr.
There you see Moore, very good at going strong to the basket. I think Plona's got to be just really happy about how strong the Hilltoppers have been going to the basket tonight and getting on the free throw line. You keep doing that, good things are going to happen.
Moore suddenly into double figures. He's one of those that, we talked about this, we were here for the Tennessee Tech game, was just a quiet double-figure scoring performance for Moore. It's because of the way that he does it. It's not super flashy, it's layups, free throws, maybe a turnaround from 6 feet, but so efficient.
Very efficient. And you rarely see him out by the three-point line.
Shooting 56%, that's 7th in Conference USA, and doing it as a guard. Left side, catch and shoot 3. That one all the way around and out for Wimberly, but a great offensive board, and right back up and in goes Ethan Turner. He's done a good job playing with those 3 fouls. That's Boone to Moore, right back. Armello Boone goes for the poster, but denied by Turner. He got it back and flipped it back up and in. How about Turner meeting him at the rim, but Boone stays with it to get the putback. Ball knocked away, Boone diving for it, can't come away with it. Starr drives, stuck, elbow, turns, fires, short. Rebound knocked out, Murdoch saves it, and it's collected by Simona. Here comes WKU with a 26-point edge. Murdoch's left wing fakes, Boone, drive, rematch, missed it long. And it's saved in by Odiai, but saved by Starr, going the other way for Bethel. Deep three left wing, switched home by Wimberly. Some life for Bethel, and I'm interested to see, Greg, do we get a round three between Boone and Turner at the rim? Turner 2-0 right now.
Hey, great shot by Wimberly. He's got a little Isaiah Thomas to him. Boston Celtics.
Murdoch's beautiful spin, flips it up, can't get it to go. Turner with the board. $1 million move, but a 10-cent finish, and here comes Bethel the other way. Left corner, wide open three. Wildcats getting it going. Williams drains it from three, and a timeout called. Bethel not letting WKU just run away with this ball game. 64-44 now. The Wildcats have strung together a triple of triples in this second half. As they get it going, WKU looking for a bit of an answer to extend their lead inside Diddle Arena. Bethel on a bit of a run here, as they've been able to piece it together against WKU. 6 straight points for the Wildcats, but the Hilltoppers lead at 64-44. Their leading scorer, Greg Tegan Moore, has started to come to life as the second half has gone on.
Tegan's done a very good job getting to the basket, either getting the finish on a layup or getting fouled and going to the free throw line.
He's got 11 points now, 7 for 7 at the charity stripe, as you mentioned. He's been on the floor for 19 minutes and 37 seconds. He's a plus 20 when he's been out there. WKU net neutral, net zero, without him out on the floor in this ball game. As we get back underway, Moore out there on the wing. It'll be the freshman Armello Boone that brings it up for WKU. Myers joining those two in the backcourt with Simona, and then the big Blaze Cada. Boone up top, Moore being hounded up top by Russell Williams, who just hit the three. Myers fakes, drives left, gets inside, bumped, and they get the foul against David Starr. 6th on Bethel, so the next one will put WKU in the bonus. Not too much there.
I think he cleared out with his arm.
But it was enough to get the call, and that is enough to bring us to another break. 64-44, WKU leading it over Bethel in just the second meeting all time between these two teams. We'll have a little bit more about that when we come back. 64-44, WKU leading Bethel. 11 minutes left to go in the ball game from Diddle Arena. The first matchup between these two teams since 1923, when WKU won 43-17 in Bowling Green, not inside this arena. In the first season under the man, this arena is named after Coach Ed Diddle, who went 12-2 that season, perfect 8-0 at home, of course. Greg, WKU wasn't even known as the Hilltoppers when that game took place, as we get a foul down low as Tegan Moore again will go to the free throw line for attempts number 8 and 9 of the ball game. WKU back then, because the Hilltopper name didn't become official until 1928. They were known as the Pedagogues, which I had to look up, which means teachers, specifically strict teachers. So that's what WKU, Western Kentucky University, that's what the athletic teams went by until 1928 when they became the Hilltoppers. 43-17, WKU won the first matchup between these two teams. That was the second most points they scored in the opening season under head coach Ed Diddle. Would you like to guess the most points they scored? If the second most was 43.
The most points?
The most points they scored.
49.
103. In the first ever game that he coached against Adairville, Indiana, a difference of 60 points between number 1 and 2 there.
That was a tough question.
I told you during the break you had no shot at that one. I think that might have undersold it. WKU leading at 66-44 after the free throws from Tegan Moore. He's up to 13 points for the night and a perfect 9 for 9 at the free throw line. Loose ball picked up, but with the foot on the sideline, it will stay with Bethel. Newell had that sneaker on the red, and now Cada will come out and Silabonge in. He touched it there while he was out of bounds. Inbounds comes in quickly to Stovall. Wimberley lost it, couldn't get a shot off before the horn, and it's a shot clock violation. WKU, the first one of those that they've been able to produce in this ball game. But Bethel just shooting 30% from the floor, and even with the three-point makes in the second half, just 20% from outside.
It's going to be interesting these last 10 minutes to see if the teams both try to stay unselfish or if it's going to be playground basketball.
Newell drives, kicks. Three-pointer faked by Hafner. Beautiful cross. Now right side. Catch and shoot. Missed short off the hand of Myers. And it'll come into the front court with Starr. Crosses the elbow. Hops. Stops. Can't score it over Hafner. And Moore gets it on the opposite side. Back to Hafner, left wing. To Moore. He's going to shoot a three. Missed it long. And the rebound tip. What a job getting that by Ryan Myers. More flashes. Can't get it to him. To Silabonge. Now Newell. Takes the screen to Hafner. He won't hesitate. Top of the key. Off the left side. Silabonge fighting for it. Knocked around. And Starr comes down with it. Wimberley behind the back dribble all the way to the rim. Can't scoop it in, but it's tipped back up and in by Taylor Stovall. Said earlier he's their best offensive rebounder. Great job to thread two defenders there to get the putback.
Great job of crashing the boards and being active. Good things happen when you do that.
Foul called for the bump outside. Wimberley guarding Ryan Myers. And that'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Ryan Myers, the Brooklyn native. Second team OBC player at Western Illinois. Scored over 1,100 points at the D1 level. This is fifth year playing D1 basketball. A couple at Iona before a year with Coach Plona at Indian Hills. Gets the front end to go. He'll have another. WKU now 20 makes at the free throw line. 3 off their season average. As the second for Myers is good. Still shooting just 40% from the floor, but realistically that is the only number they need to hit. They're 18-2 when they shoot at least 40% under Hank Plona. They've done so in all 3 of their games coming into tonight this season. Right side, hard drive from Starr. Give him the flex, give him the basket, and the foul.
Great job by David Starr. Off the dribble, beats Newell, grabs his arm. With the continuation, it counts. And looking for the three-point play.
4 points for Starr, tied for a team high in rebounding with 5. Overall, it's not that large of an edge. 35-32 WKU, leading it by 3 in that department for a team that's third in NAIA in total rebounding. And it's really a group effort, not a lot of size as we've talked about.
They send 5 guys to the boards every time, Tyler.
You think Coach Britt preaches that in practice every day?
You can tell.
Silabonge up top, 15 on the shot clock. Unseld back in for WKU. With his 12 points, has missed his last 2 3-pointers after making his first 4. Myers fakes, now tries the 3 from the right wing. Count it! He's got a chance for a 4-point play. Can number 4 get him 4?
Great presence to finish.
And when somebody does that with the left hand, you can't help but think of James Harden. It was that same signature step back, hesitation, get the contact, and a chance to get 4 at the line.
James Harden usually takes a couple more steps, though.
Free throw up and good. Give Myers the 4-point play. He's now got 7 points for the ball game. And WKU leads at 72-49.
Is that the first 4-pointer of the season?
Believe
Tyler?
So. Up top. Response comes in the form of Russell Williams. His second 3-pointer of the game. Give him 6. Averaging 5 points per game. He's tied. For him, a career high in 3-pointers made. Myers, heat check, misses long. Rebound fought for ODI. He comes away with it for WKU. Looking for an option. Now puts it on the floor. Going up against Turner. Spins back right. Cut off. Well defended by Turner. Now Myers has it on the wing. Gets a screen. Knocked away. Wimberly picked his pocket, still loose. And now finally up with it is Turner, but he can't save it. It's thrown away. Up ahead, Cade Unseld all the way to the rack and drops it in safely, giving 14. He didn't have a point as a Hilltopper coming into tonight.
Hey, great action there. Talk about both teams hustling, diving on the court, and a 20-point difference.
Wimberly tries a left-handed jumper. That one misses short, but he gets it right back. Right side, catch and shoot three. Starr, he's started to heat up. 8 points now for David Starr, averaging 10 per game on the season. Struggled to find his rhythm a bit, was just 3 for 12 from 3 coming into today. On the drive, contact taken. Bucket no good for Hackman, but he'll go to the line for 2. The lead back under 20. It's been a back and forth second half. Don't let the margin fool you. WKU led it by 18 at halftime. It's 19 right now with just under 8 minutes left to go. Hilltoppers, though, looking to cruise on to win number 4 on the season. The WKU community got the devastating news of the sudden passing of Chris Bratcher, longtime radio personality and producer for WKU Athletics broadcast. There you see him with the WKU radio team. Avid WKU sports fan. That him with legendary WKU football receiver Taywan Taylor. I worked with Chris a lot when he was with Commonwealth Broadcasting, now Seven Mountains Media here in Bowling Green. We spent a lot of time together in the radio studio, and he devoted a lot of his time to WKU Athletics, tuned into every game on the radio or on TV. Heartbreaking loss, sending thoughts and prayers to his family and his son in particular during this time. It was an absolute great we were able to have for nearly 30 years in broadcasting here in Bowling Green. WKU leading at 74-55 as we get back underway. 7:19 left in the ball game from inside Diddle Arena. LJ Hackman makes the first of his 2 free throws. Now up to 5 points for the game. 3 for 5 at the line. WKU 23 for 31 as a team. Alonzo Rhodes will check back in. Joe Wimberly will get a breather. Rhodes a career high 7 points to go along with 3 rebounds. Second free throw for Hackman. Doesn't get the bounce. Unseld gets the offensive rebound, and he'll have a chance to add to his career high total and his WKU career scoring total as he goes to the line for a couple of free throws.
Good job, Unseld, being active on the offensive board. The missed block out by Bethel. Cade took advantage of it, goes to the line for 2.
That's one of those things that comes from his size. When you're a 6'5" guard in high school, you're probably playing a lot of forward and you're used to being down there fighting for rebounds. As he makes the free throw. Make it 15 points now. Nope, stays at 15 as that one hit every part of the rim and bounced out for Cade Unseld, the Warren Central grad and 2023 state champ. Crossover from Starr. He started to heat up. Beautiful move to get the defender to go. He stopped, popped, and made. Back to a 19-point game. Murdoch, 2-man game with ODI all the way to the rim. Flips it up with the right. No good. Fighting for the rebound and fouls. Okariki down low.
I think you're going to see, as you see Murdoch's go in. Ball over to Bethel. I think you're going to see both teams empty their benches very shortly here with a 19-point lead coming up on the 6-minute mark.
Burdick's with 8 rebounds in this ball game.
He does everything, Tyler.
Aggressive drive and a pass right into the courtside seating. Give it back to WKU. It's been one of those games, if you're Coach Pona, depending on how much of that depth you've wanted to use, you've had to keep a lot of your key guys out there because Bethel has played this as a highly competitive game, which you come to expect with a team that always puts one of these games on the schedule. And I mentioned earlier, a couple of years ago, led Tennessee Tech by 8 points at halftime. Coach Britt was telling me a few years ago they led Southeast Missouri by double digits at half. Left side, beautiful spin from Hackman all the way to the rack. He's fouled. More free throws on the way. He put him in the spin cycle and drew the contact.
Nice move by Hackman. taking it strong to the rack. And again, we've said it all night, going to the free throw line.
Hackman has been there 6 times. Now 4 for 7 is the first of these 2.
Nice spin move. Goes up strong, gets hammered. Let's see if he can knock down the second shot.
Just 22 points in the paint tonight for a WKU team, averaging nearly 50 per game. You mentioned the missed layups earlier. It's been that and the combination of all the free throws. And I guess it helps when you make 10 3-pointers.
It doesn't hurt.
Left side ball in the hands of Jaquarium Coleman for the first time. Now back to Russell Williams. It's knocked away. Here comes Hackman the other way, able to collect it. Missed the bunny. Both hands on his head after the miss.
That was kind of a tweener. I think he was thinking about dunking it there, Tyler. Got caught in between.
Left side column catch and shoot 3. No good for the sophomore from Springfield, Tennessee. Hackman the other way, trying to get his bucket back. Foul call, no, travel. They motion for steps before the contact, and it's a turnover back to Bethel.
I got a feeling Hackman's going to be coming out of the game from the look on Hank Plona's face.
He does, and Armella Boone comes in to take his spot. Tegan Moore back in for Terrian Murdix.
It's just a wild guess. Coming in out of control.
Cam Hafner back in for WKU. 4 guards and the lone big man ODI. Bethel trying to take advantage as they go down low to Turner. Whistles blow. Jump ball, our first one of the night. Arrow favors WKU.
Looks like Boone got a hold of it. Let's see if I'm right on this, Tyler.
I'll give you the points for that one.
Yeah.
Moore had a hand on it, but it's one of those like the NFL. They can't tell who has possession or what's a catch. I think we'll give credit there to Boone. Moore brings it across on the left side, stops, kicks, Hafner, quick trigger, left wing, bang! Hafner with a couple from outside. WKU had made 9 3-pointers on the season. They've now made 11, and you can make it 4 straight games to start the year with at least 80 points for the Hilltoppers. The first time since the 1993-94 season they've done that. 3-point try again for the big man Turner. Can't get it to go. He has not been shy about letting them go from outside. Ball nearly turned over, but Boone saves it.
Great energy by Boone to save it.
Havner. Now it goes into the corner. Tegan Moore wants to join the party. He has had a couple hit every piece of the rim and pop out. Which is incredible that he's tried that many because he was just 1 for 2 from 3 coming into tonight. Right side column drives, cut off by Hafner, trying to get baseline, and just has to jump up and throw it off the leg of Hafner and out of bounds. Great defense that time by the Evansville transfer.
Tremendous depth as Hank Plona goes to his bench once again by the Hilltoppers. You can see Bethel going baseline here, the cutoff, and then off the leg of Hafner.
Turner got the inbound, went right at Silabonge, who had just checked in for WKU. Lost it, they say, off the body of Silabonge. He looks at the ref and nods. He's in agreement. We'll see if that was the right call here.
Oh, I don't
think it did. And Turner gets it right back and goes to the left hand against Silabonge down low and scores. I think that was a friendly nod for Silabonge. Here comes Tegan Moore the other way, all the way to the rack, and Silabonge, great job of sealing off down low to where nobody could help.
He loves going downhill with the ball and attacking the rim.
They get 15 all of a sudden for Tegan Moore. She's 3 for 9 from the field, but 9 for 9 at the free throw line. Shot blocked by Boone, and he flexes and claps after the fact. Trying to fire this crowd up with under 4 minutes left to go.
How good is Boone defensively? Unbelievable.
Another cutoff, and this time they get him for a foul. He can't believe it. And that'll take us to our final break.
Oh, we got a little chippiness going on here between Boone and Bethel, looks
Boone
like.
Trading some words with Hughes, who was driving at him when the foul was called, and There you get to see a little bit of the veteran leadership as Myers comes up to cut him off. No need to get a full head of steam. WKU steaming their way to an 83-59 lead with just under 4 minutes left to go. WKU on their way to a 4-0 start with an 83-59 lead over Bethel here inside of Diddle Arena. Bethel University, NAIA school out of McKenzie, Tennessee, about 2 hours west of Nashville, 3,000 students. They got 21 different sports teams. Their all-time assist leader is Dan Cronin, the brother of UCLA head coach Mick Cronin. I challenged myself to find the most obscure Bethel fact that I could, and that was the one that checked the box.
I had no idea on that one.
This game will not officially count towards Bethel's record, although it'll count towards WKU. So regardless, Bethel will remain at 4-1 on the season as we get back underway with 3 minutes, 42 seconds left to go. Boone still in after that heated back and forth with Hughes, who was the inbounder, tries to quickly get it in down low, but the foul called as Rhodes was coming to get it, but Newell cut him off.
Just look at the depth of the bench for WKU. Hank Plona can go tall. He's got a couple three-point shooters in Hafner and Unseld. They can press, they can go small. It's just a tremendous amount of flexibility.
First half of the 1-1 good for Rhodes. He's up to 8 points, make it 9, and he's 7 for 8 at the free throw line. 83-61, Bethel's a team, 16 for 21 at the stripe. Boone, guarded by Hughes, and they get him for a bump. WKU in the double bonus, so it should be 2 free throws.
Give Bethel credit. They fought the whole way down to the last 3.5 minutes here. They've never let WKU deliver the knockout punch where it got to a 40, 50-point clip. It's impressive. It says a lot about Coach Britt and his coaching.
Lexington native Armello Boone drops home the first free throw rating Conference USA Freshman of the Week, averaging 9 points per game on the season. He and Hughes have gone back and forth these last couple of minutes of game time. Boone now has hit his average and clips right past it with a second free throw. And he is one that not just through his play and the numbers, it's the energy he brings on the court, Greg, that just makes such a difference.
Every possession he brings it.
Tried to contest the shot there of Hughes, clipped him. It looked like more on the way down. We'll see where the contact was first initiated, but it's going to be 3 free throws for Chauncey Hughes after he fouled on the three-point try.
Was that a foul?
Yeah, it was on the way down. He caught the arm, really didn't get the ball, didn't get high enough for that high release point for Hughes. As the first of these 3 free throws is good. He's got all of his points at the free throw line so far, 4 for 5 there. It's the second as well. Season low in points, 70 for Bethel. They're still going to have a chance to put a run at that. Much more known for their defense. Came in giving up just around 67 per game. That's top 25 in NAIA, but WKU obviously a different animal. Haven't played a perfect game tonight. I don't think Hank Plona are going to be the most pleased, especially with the first 7-8 minutes of this ball game.
This is what you would call a trap game, especially with going to the Bahamas after this.
Moore beats his man off the dribble, slides around the help, but the shot affected by Ethan Turner. Out of bounds will stay with WKU with 3:11 left. Shot clock reset to 20. Elan inbounding, lobs it up early to Silabonge, still tracked it down and it scores on the left block. Timing was off, but the shot was not.
Great recognition, great hands by Silabonge, pulling down a tough pass and getting the deuce.
Freshman Jason Leak with it. Second leading scorer in the state of Kentucky last year at Heritage Christian in Hopkinsville. 4 points so far this season. Left side, Rhodes, jumper, pure! Alonzo Rhodes, if nothing else, he's been the bright spot, 11 points. His first time in double figures this year. Boone inside, aggressive drive, and scores with the right.
That's open every time. It's been open all night for the Hilltoppers. Again, taking it strong to the rack.
89-66. Ball goes up top to Turner. He's 0 for 3 from three-point range, 3 for 5 inside the arc. Now goes opposite corner to Jacob Bowles getting his first minutes. He's fouled by Tegan Moore trying to take it away from the redshirt sophomore from Adamsville, Tennessee. And Kate Stinnett will get the call for WKU for the first time tonight. Bowling Green native from Greenwood High School. There you get the reach on Moore, and he'll check out and call it a game with 15 points on just 3 made field goals, but that's the Tegan Moore experience.
The next question is, will Cade Stinnett and Louis Simona get on the scoring sheet tonight?
You know, it's what we looked at with Cade Unseld. We talked about it with Jack Evelyn. He got his first bucket of the season.
Yeah. 2 other Hilltoppers looking to get in the scoring column.
Boone controlling up top as we hit 2 minutes left to go in this one. Drives again, and this one swatted out of bounds. Have a game, Alonzo Rhodes. Great
energy by Alonzo Rhodes. That he's fighting this hard in the last 2 minutes says a lot about him and his character.
Number 6,
Let's take another look at that one. Rhodes is not. You know, we talked about some of the corgis in the corgi race earlier. The lights might have been a bit too bright. They are not too bright for Rhodes. Haven't been too bright for Unseld, though he can't get the triple to go. See if he can add to his Hilltopper scoring total of 15 points, all racked up in this one tonight. Down low, Turner sends it out to Bowles. Stinnett all over him, left corner, 3 fired up. That one misses off the opposite side of the rim for Leak. Here comes WKU. Stinnett gonna have a chance all the way to the rack through the contact.
Oh, count it.
And one first career bucket here at WKU for Stinnett.
That could be a trivia question as you see Stinnett taking on the contact and going strong to the rack, off the glass and counted.
And he's one just like Unseld that played a lot of meaningful basketball on this floor region tournaments against each other.
There's a trivia question there. When was the last time you had 2 Bowling Green natives in the game at the same time?
First career basket.
Scored their first career basket. We might be watching history here.
Around the right side, Leak, another Kentucky native, leaves it off in the corner for Larry Coleman, freshman from Ripley, Tennessee. He's being hounded by Unseld. 1:08 left to go. It'll stay with Bethel. And that's the thing about WKU. There's no real such thing as emptying their bench because every single player, with the exception of Stinnett, has played in every game.
That's what we talked about. Hank Plona has a deep bench. Can play a lot of different directions with this team. That's what you want as a coach. You want to have flexibility.
Season high was the 95 put up against Tennessee State on Sunday, which is the 3rd most under Hank Plona the last 2 seasons. 3-pointer misfired by Darden. Offensive rebound and swatted away down there by Unseld. Edlin able to chase it down. Driving down the left side. Edlin all the way to the rim. Reverse finish. Batted down. Another block. That one by Coleman. Wildcat defense not shy at the rim. ODI has it, now hands off to Edlin, up top, back to Unseld. Drive, stuck at the free throw line, tried to leave it to ODI, he finally got a grip on it, couldn't control the ball, and it misses underneath but fouled from behind.
Will Louis Simona get on the scoreboard tonight for the Hilltoppers?
ODI trying to get in the scorebook at least for this one. 11 Hilltoppers have scored in this game and make it 12 as ODI makes the free throw. There are going to be a lot of games for this team where you're looking at double-digit players in the scorebook. Second free throw good as well. For the Irishman ODI, 2 years in Indian Hills, a year at Old Dominion. Led WKU in blocks and field goal percentage last year. Defending now on the elbow, fadeaway jumper missed short by Darden. WKU, it seems like the shot clock behind the game clock. Edlin drives, kicks, quick trigger, three. Stinnett! Bang!
6 points for Stinnett. You gotta love it.
A new season high for WKU, and I think this crowd couldn't have picked anybody else to do it. Stinnett will get the game-sealing rebound as well. As Edlin brings it across one more time, Coach Plona calls it off, and that'll do it for this ball game. WKU explodes late to build this up to a 30-point edge, but that score, Greg, a bit deceptive of how close Bethel was able to play this game. The Hilltoppers, nonetheless, obviously happy to come out 4-0 on the season, and most happy to see that three-point shooting come to life after 9 makes through 3 games. They go 12 for 27 tonight.
I think that was the story of the night, that three-point success by WKU. Cade Unseld, player of the game tonight, 15 points. His first points as a Hilltopper, local kid. You've got to be excited about that.
Made 4 straight three-pointers to get things going for WKU in the opening half. The Hilltoppers get 56 points off the bench, led by that 15 from Unseld. The Hilltoppers had some turnover issues early on. That was the big bugaboo within the first 10 minutes for a team averaging just 7.7 per game. They finished with just 13 and scored 28 off of 18 turnovers on the other side for Bethel. We talked about that coming in. If Bethel was going to have a chance to keep this game close, they couldn't afford to turn the ball over. And once WKU got to play their style, they took this game over. And Coach Jeff Britt, another hard-fought game against a Division I level opponent.
Great job by Jeff Britt and Bethel. They're going to win a lot of games this year.
They still remain at 4-1. The record unchanged officially. WKU still moves to 4-0 on the season as they get ready, Greg. A weird spot, 8 straight days off before they head to the battle for Atlantis. They'll get that underway, the opening matchup against Vanderbilt. This is a Hilltopper team. Obviously, you're happy at 4-0, but that's the opportunity to really prove yourself against some high-level competition.
Hey, and to get some momentum going to the Bahamas, this was a good game for the Hilltoppers.
Grant Newell leads the way with 16 points. Boone and Moore also in double figures for WKU. Rhodes on the other side, a career-high 11 to lead the way for Bethel. 10 points for Starm as well. For my partner, Greg Davis, everybody producing for us here on ESPN+. I'm Tyler Eaton. We appreciate you for joining us for this presentation of Conference USA basketball as WKU moves to 4-0 on the season inside Diddle Arena, and you watched it all right here on ESPN+.
The Department of Intercollegiate Athletics